Hi guys, welcome back to another episode on my tiny little channel. Today we're doing an eyebrow tutorial. First of all, can we just introduce Ms. Monroe? I feel like she has to be introduced formally. This is a piece of art that I started to paint like 2 years ago, never finished it. I don't know what happened. That's also my work. I actually think Miss Marilyn Monroe has one of the most like perfect faces from a figure artist's point of view. Don't know what other people might think about that. Now this video is sponsored by Venus Skincare. Now let me tell you guys something. This is a brand I actually never saw myself working with. When we had a chat with them, I was like, okay, I've always known Venus to be a hair company. You know, when I was young growing up, we used to use Venus. Or when you go to a like my friend told me, you don't call it Venus, you call it Venus. I really feel like Monroe needs to be in this shot, guys. Let me just move for her. Venus approached me. I did not know they had a skincare line, and I said, look, I don't turn away people because of preconceived notions. So send me the product and let me see and let me use it and give my followers an honest review of what I think about Venus. I usually go for other cocoa butters, right? Because I've never seen Venus as a skincare expert. First impressions on the packaging, I thought, okay, what jumped out to me was the fact that they said this is 50% less plastic. And I'm really big on companies that are making an effort to reduce their carbon footprint or their plastic footprint. Another thing that jumped at me is when I went to the supermarket a few days later to buy another brand so I can compare, because there's one that I use, and then I said, let me compare this one with the two other brands. I saw that this is actually quite affordable. This is 400 ml, the Venus Cocoa Butter Body Lotion, and it goes for, I cannot remember, but I'm going to put the price right over here next to it, okay? So that's how much that costs. In comparison to other cocoa butters in the market of the same SKU, which is 400 ml, this was quite affordable, right? Some people might think, oh, if that's how much they're pricing it, then it means it's not good quality. And I get that, because a lot of us associate quality with price. But I used it. I've been using it for the past 2.5 weeks, and these are my thoughts. So in terms of packaging, I think the packaging is okay. It's not like, woo, yeah, what's up? It's a bit too simple for me in terms of packaging. I think it's because I'm an artist. So I tend to be very critical about labels and artworks. So this is okay. It's one of those things, it's like, oh yeah, you get used to it, and then you realize you get used to it. It's something you get used to. But at first glance I was like, okay, it's a bit plain, could have been better, but now I'm used to it. Easy to open, I'm cool with that. But for me, I always like lotions. I would always prefer lotions or even shower gels, all products to be upside down. None of the cocoa butters in the market, or the ones that I use anyway, are packed this way. I don't know why, but since it has a flat top, which is great, I usually just leave mine like that. Now the thing with this Venus cocoa butter is it doesn't have that strong, distinct cocoa butter smell, which for me as Julia is something I expect from my cocoa butters. There's two cocoa butters out there that I really tend to switch in between. One has a very strong cocoa butter scent, another one doesn't really have a strong cocoa butter scent, and I would place Venus as the not very strong cocoa butter scent on that scale of the olfactory, the scent. I know there's people out there who want the benefits of cocoa butter, but they don't want that strong cocoa butter smell because they've got plans with their perfume and their body splashes, or they don't want to smell like cocoa butter. They just want the benefits of cocoa butter. Now, in terms of consistency of the product, I have zero complaints. And now that I've been using it for 2 weeks, I actually really like that it doesn't have a strong cocoa. I'm used to it now. Like, I'm able to layer my scents, and the cocoa butter doesn't really interfere with that. And the perfume that it does have perfume in its ingredient list. I'm okay with that. I like it. Now in terms of application, zero complaints, y'all. It glides great, it's smooth, it's not sticky, which is another issue that I get with some of my lotions, is that they're not absorbing enough. So this one has a nice balance between the level of absorbency and the greasiness. And I'm just gonna show you. So I don't know if you guys can see, but like, it's not greasy, it's fast absorbing, and I like the consistency. For me, it's a great balance. I'd like to come back in about a month and tell you what I really think about it when I started to like maybe see some benefits on my skin. But would I buy this? 100%. Now that I've used it, I would buy it, especially if I am trying to manage my pocket and I'm not really keen on having like a very strong cocoa butter scent on me and still getting the benefits of cocoa butter. I would actually buy this, and I'm going to continue using it. So it's not bad at all. It smells very, very much like another competitor brand that I've been using for years. So at first I was like, oh my gosh, these are like literally the same thing. So now let's get on to the eyebrow tutorial. You know, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. So what do you need? First and foremost, you're going to need your eyebrow pencil. The eyebrow pencil I use is your everyday eyebrow pencil in Kenya. Davis. This one. The first ever one you ever saw in your life. And I use it in number 3 because that's the darkest one, and I like my eyebrows to be quite prominent. Also, I'm dark skinned, so you know. The next thing that I use that you'll need is an eyebrow brush. This is what I use, something like this. You're going to need a sharpener. If you don't have a sharpener already with your eye pencil, you're gonna need a sharpener. And then you're going to need concealer. The concealer I use is LA Girl Pro Concealer. I'm sorry, it keeps going in and out of focus, but yeah. And I use this in the color Espresso. Espresso is one of the closest ones I can get that's closest to my skin color. I don't usually like doing like using the concealer that's like lighter than your skin color because it takes so much longer to blend. You're also going to need a nice brush to clean the eyebrow. I really don't know what this brush is called. Is it called a concealer brush? And it's very hard to get a nice stiff one that doesn't bend too much or is not too stiff and has a nice precision cut here, you know, to like chora the eyebrow nicely. So if you guys know where I can get these, please tell me. I've had this for so long. Is there anything else you need? Oh yes, you probably need some Q-tips to do the fade, you know, because you don't want your eyebrows to just start sharply. Alright, so let's begin. Step 1, your eyebrow pencil. So I always start with a very sharp eyebrow pencil. As you can see, I basically have no eyebrows, but we make it work, okay? What God did not give us, we give ourselves. So I don't know if I should talk through this or do a background voice. I think I want to talk through it. Just following the natural shape of your eyebrow. Start to draw an outline. Now you don't want to be pressing too hard, just a nice faint outline, kind of like this. And I know there's a lot of people who don't have like a naturally arched, like that arched eyebrow. So what I would recommend is practice or follow the natural shape of your eyebrow. But if you want a defined shape, go online and look at eyebrow shapes. They are there. Then you see the one you like and then you practice drawing it. Okay? Me, I just follow mine. But I know there's girls who their eyebrow is down here, but then they've chored kuju and it looks good. So whatever rocks your boat, sweetie. Now, something to remember is your eyebrows don't have to look identical because your eyebrows are sisters. They are not twins. So if you make a mistake, it's okay. They don't have to be like, don't go like, oh my god, this one is high, this one is low. It's okay. Just work with what you've got. try and make them be as closely related as possible, but it's okay if they're not identical. Don't kill yourself trying to make your eyebrows identical. And then upper mbele, upper, you start drawing like this upwards, sharp strokes like that, very lightly, because your eyebrow is going to be dark from here, but uku it's not supposed to be that dark, so just do very light strokes. And then we go in with the flat side of the eye pencil upper chini and start to fill in, basically shade, basically color, like a coloring book. Already you can see my eyebrows are sisters, not twins. I can see that this one is a bit thicker here, but I'm not stressing because we're gonna fix it. Now after that, you take this and start to brush in the product so that it's like your, you know, when you draw on a paper using a pencil, and then you take your finger and do this and smudge so that it's like it's smooth. The strokes of the pencil are smooth. So that's what I'm doing with this. I'm just brushing so that the strokes of the eye pencil, and you can't see them, they're like smooth, one color. Okay, you can see some definition has begun. Now after that, I take my concealer, and I'm taking my concealer brush, and then now I start. What I'm going to do with the product here is define the shape I want. This concealer acts like a rubber, so it's like you're rubbing what you don't want, erasing. What I'm doing with this is that I'm rubbing the front kidogo because I want it to have like a fade from light to dark, because you don't want the eyebrow to just start as one block. So make sure to do that as you go along. So I don't like this arc and I like this one, so I'm going to start this one again. Guys, this happens. That is why girls take so long to do their makeup. So guys, yeah, that's it. That's how you do your eyebrows. I'm pretty happy with how they've turned out. They look great to me, and I hope you've been able to pick up a thing or two or all of my eyebrow routine. Is there a routine? It's just basically how to do your eyebrows for dummies or for beginners using stuff you can buy in Kenya. Sorry guys, my battery died. I had to start again. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm now going to do the rest of my makeup routine. You're more than welcome to stay and watch and see how else I get this face beat. guys, so that marks the end of my everyday look makeup routine. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this eyebrow tutorial will help you and make eyebrow filling in a little bit easier for you. Remember to go to your local supermarket or online platform. Nowadays everyone is globally, and buy yourself this Venus Cocoa Butter skincare lotion if you haven't already tried it. They're quite new in the market, so I wouldn't be surprised if you guys didn't know about them or have tried it. Let me know what you think. If you've liked this video, please remember to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel over here, hit that notification bell so every time I upload a video you know it's coming. If you're watching me from Instagram, girl, leave a comment, double tap and follow me. It has been real. I'll see you guys soon. Adios.